you know, sometime on the road we start off slow. So I thought we got to the fight early. And it's two good teams, so, you know, it's the way it should be.
Dwayne, thank you. Always fun to watch. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
So far in the game for Cole, 15 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
D. Rose and Jimmy Butler at the back. Inside of the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's McDermott in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Bulls trail by 10. And Butler, here we go. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
Chris Bosh is checked in for Dwayne Wade. The Heat leading by 8. And here's Chalmers from the arc. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Chalmers has got 18 points in the game. Chicago with the ball. Their next game is at Oracle Arena, so a road game with the Warriors. That will kick off a 6-game road trip for the team. Here's Rose. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 16.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Clark, some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
Here's Rose after the Heat pick up 2.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. Derrick Rose, born and raised on the south side of Chicago, now playing for his hometown Bulls. He even became a partner and endorser for Chicago's top deep dish pizza chain. He does represent this town.
Chicago calls timeout. You talk about Derrick Rose's culinary interest. He's looked to change his diet for the better.
Yeah, he needed to, Kevin, because, you know, he was a big fan of candy when he came into the league. It was kind of his vice. He said he would eat up to 2 pounds of candy in one sitting. I mean, that's just crazy. But he's hired a personal chef. He's eating better. He's taking care of his body. And it's important, obviously, as you get older and you're dealing with injuries. But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and show you the teams that have shot the lights out during the last month. Number 1, the Bulls.
They've been playing so smart lately. Just the way they move the ball and they share it. They're always finding good looks.
The Heat leading by 8. Stolen by Noah. 3 on 3. Outside Rose. He kicks to Noah. Gasol's in the post. He's covered by Bosh. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And here's Chalmers from the arc. Basket is good. The assist from Bosh. Chalmers has got the lead up to 11 now for Miami. The Bulls have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. There's the block. And now here comes Cole, leading the break. And it's Miami with another.
And they've really come out. Out of halftime with the eye of the tiger. Plenty of fire in their eyes and tremendous focus and intensity.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, been a close partnership between Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau and center Joakim Noah. Noah said, quote, "The way each of us sees the game can be totally different, but he'll fight anybody to win, and I will too." Noah says Thibodeau's changed too, adding, "He's opened up a lot more, asking how we're doing, what we're thinking." Kevin?
They're really the backbone of that team. Thanks, Doris. And so here is Chicago. The Heat knocking down the tray. Outside Gasol. McDermott with the screen for Gasol. He dishes it to Rose. That doesn't go either for Rose.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
Hits out that one from Ennis.
And we're seeing the shots just dropping from everywhere right now.
Yeah, since halftime, Steve, they've been operating very efficiently.
Now here's McDermott. He has 6. Outside Gasol. The feed to Rose. And the shot is good. Rose has got 8 points here in this quarter.
How huge has he been, giving his team the lift?
Without his work offensively, Steve, I don't know where they'd be. Shooting at great efficiency. I don't think they'd have a chance without him.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Butler dishes to Rose. A 15-footer. Another one falls for Chicago.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
And it's on its way from Chalmers for 2. Again, the Heat good for 2.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Butler passes to Noah. Chalmers against Rose. Gasol wide open. He fires. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 6 assists in the game. Miami leading by 14. And it's on its way from Chalmers for 2. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And his stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
Rose goes in. Shot denied.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead. Easy baskets. That's exactly what they need.
The Bulls have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Noah with a screen for Butler. And the layup's good off the glass. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Cole's shot is good.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
27 seconds left in the third quarter. Rose against Chalmers. And the wide open shot from Rose. Another one falls for Chicago.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
And that one's good. Cole's got 14 points now in the second half.
Just putting on a passing display out there.
Well, just add another fantastic assist to the highlight reel for this guy.
Gasol kicks to Rose. Great look there, but off target.
That's one he knows he should have made.
He gets it up, and he drains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
A very important call here to make. It hopefully is pretty clear cut here on the tape for the officials. But from where I sit, this is really hard to say one way or the other.
Yeah, no doubt. These are not necessarily always easy to tell just because you have the tape in front of you.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Heat just dominating this one. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back.
Tune in this Friday night, January 30th. Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls take on Goran Dragic and the Phoenix Suns. You don't want to miss it.
Here's Heinrich. On the floor for Miami. D-Wade out there with Haslam. Then there's Danny Granger. Then it's Steve Blake. And it's Barton in at the 2 spot. Heinrich dishes to Butler. Heinrich outside. 6 to shoot. That's tipped. It's stolen by Wade. Shoots from the elbow. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
They're going to have to tighten up defensively, guys, because they're really giving up way too many open looks.
Heinrich outside. And Granger comes over to help. Heinrich kicks to Crawford. Heinrich outside. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls from the top of the key. Good. He hits the jump shot.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Granger for the 3. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. Blake's got 3 assists tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assists as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
And he gets it to go.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money. Well, it seemed slightly controversial when it was introduced a few seasons ago, but I think we can all agree now that the new flopping fines have been a big success. Flopping seems to have gone down across the board.
Chris Bosh has checked in for Miami. Got that one up quick. 14 points for Dwayne Wade. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Crawford is screen on Wade. Here's Heinrich. Here's Butler. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and you know that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the 3-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Wade against Heinrich. And Granger comes over to help. Mirotic passes to Butler. Shot clock at 6.
Well, I never got to compete in a dunk contest, but I've seen more than a few at All-Star Weekend. It's just amazing what players today can do in the air. And still, I think my favorite dunker of all time was Julius Erving. Watching him in transition was just a thing of beauty.
It's Bosh with the drive. Puts one up from 19. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. No good from Gibson. The Clark dunks are becoming increasingly more complex, whether they're in game or during events.
Well, the athleticism of the players is just off the charts over the last 2+ decades. So just about everybody, no matter what their size, when you look at NBA guys, can throw it down. And, you know, Steve mentioned his favorite dunker. Mine would have to be probably Dominique Wilkins. His 2-handed double clutch sideways tilt throwdowns would have to be up there as well.
Well, you know, Michael Jordan, Vince Carter. My gosh, you can go on and on. There's some acrobatic guys, high flyers for sure. Heinrich with it. Wade picks him up. Crawford sets the pick here for Heinrich. Pass to Mirotic. Will it go? Here's Gibson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one. Well, you know, Taj Gibson was the 26th pick back in 2009 coming out of USC. And, boy, what a get for the Bulls. He's a defensive-minded big man who can defend the 4 and 5 position, and he's also got a very reliable mid-range jumper.
Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. The Heat also changing it up. Smith checked in for Granger. Ian Clark comes in for Barton. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Heinrich outside. Dishes it to Mirotic. The shot. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And for Taj Gibson at 6'10", a 7'4" wingspan, that length helps make him disruptive. An excellent defender and shot blocker. Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
Crawford kicks to Mirotic. 1:44 left in the game. Kicks it out to Crawford. Heinrich from outside, and he gets the bucket. And Gibson, very mobile, able to cover ground defensively.
Yeah, he's got a slender build, Kevin, but he's a worker in the weight room. Slight and light, but Coach Thibodeau says he's the team's hardest worker, and he's getting stronger.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Heat.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
Yeah, they did. Their depth is really one of their greatest attributes.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
Well, they've really taken control of the season series with this win. They'll be up 2-0 and only one more game between them.
And believe me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that third meeting.
None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
Here's Heinrich, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. And the Bulls making a change here. Okafor's checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Hamilton's checked in for Chris Bosh. Here's Haslam. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Heinrich outside. He feeds it to Crawford. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
Chicago ball.
And no good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up. Mike Dunleavy, the former number 3 overall pick out of Duke, Steve, back in 2002.
Yeah, he played on that Duke team back in 2001 that won the NCAA championship. Played alongside Williams and Boozer. He never really became a star, but a quality player over his 12-year NBA career.
Miami's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Clark bounces high off the rim and drops.
This is going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
Count the bucket. Here's Blake. Shoots. Again, the Heat good for 2. Here is Brooks. No good. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Chris, tell us a little bit about the philosophy behind your game and how this team works so well.
Yo, remember back on the bully when cats used to harmonize like, yo, my men and my women, don't forget about the dean. This is not the most the king, yo. It's about a thing, yo. Feel real good, wave your hands in the air and lick 2 shots in the atmosphere. Since you were looking for your friend, the one you let and never called you again. Remember when he told you he was about to Benjamins? You act like you ain't him, they give him a little trim to be like you wasn't down and you called him again. Plus when him, if you did it then you probably can. Talking out your neck saying you're a Christian, a Muslim, sleeping with the gin. Now that was the sin that did Jezebel in. Who you gonna tell when the repercussions spin? Showing off your thinking it's a trend, girlfriend. Let me break it down for you again. You know I only say it cause I'm truly genuine. Don't be a hard rock when you really are a gem, baby girl. Respect is just the minimum. When you still defending them now. Lauren is only human. Don't think I haven't been million women in Philly pen. It's silly when girls sell their souls because it's sin. Look at where you be in. Hair weaves like it's fake nails done by come again. Yeah, a win-win, come again. A win-win, come again. My friend, come again. Yeah. Guys, you know you better watch out. Some girls are only about that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing. The second verse is dedicated to the man more concerned with his rims and his Timbs and his women. Him and his man come in the club like hooligans. Don't care who they your fan, Papa Yang. Like you got yang. Let's not pretend. The one that pack out by the waistman, by the casement, still the name of this basement. The pretty face man claiming that they did a bid, man. Need to take care of their 3 and 4 kids. Been the face in court case when the money taking, heartbreaking. Now you wonder why women hate me. The sneaky silent man, the punk. Stop acting like boys and be men. How you gon' win when you ain't right within? How you gon' win when you ain't right within? How you gon' win when you ain't right within? Come again. Yo, come again. The red drink, come again. And 6 drink, come again.
say, take your time, young man. Mama used to say, don't you rush to get old. Mama used to say, take it in your stride. Mama used to say, live your life. fight for you to get better in what you are doing. Oh.
The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and everybody knows the guy next to me, the monstrous Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. For Miami, with a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. Tip-off coming up here, and let's talk about just the whole concept of teamwork and team chemistry and what makes a good teammate, Shaq.
Everyone is in their seat and buckled in at the American Airlines Arena as the Heat look to grab a win here in Miami. Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. It seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler at the back. Inside, Gibson and Noah. And it's McDermott in at the 3.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Chicago on defense.
Joakim Noah, one of the great effort players in the NBA. His energy and mobility enable him to make his impact felt all over the court.
Rose up on top, guarded by Robinson. And it's Rose penetrating. Noah. And the Heat going the other way now. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Tom Thibodeau.
Yes, Kevin, he told me that when you're playing against a team that can finish inside as efficiently as this team does, they don't want to allow any looks easily on the interior. He said if they can limit them in that department, they'll be in good shape.
Thank you, Doris. The Heat have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And it's blocked by Rose. And it's sent back by Bosch. Robinson goes in. It's the target from 18 feet. Robinson's got 9.
Off to a really solid start. He's knocked down 4 of his first 5 shots.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul.
What a great play to sacrifice his body and take the hit.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent awareness and anticipation to beat him to the spot there.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Deep two from Robinson. Nice spin off the left rim and in. 11 points in the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Rose attacking Gibson. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
The 19-foot shot, and Nate Robinson again.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
Bulls trail by 5. Here's Rose. He drains the quick shot. Rose has got his first bucket in this one.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Gibson with the screen on Robinson. And it's Rose penetrating, and that one's good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. I mean, defensively, and the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Shots good by Bosch. The Bulls have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Derrick Rose again. Rose has got his third bucket of the night.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
Deep two from Robinson. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Rose kicks to McDermott. Now here's Gibson, averaging 10 points per contest. McDermott with the screen for Gibson. Another one falls for Chicago.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Robinson for 3, and the Heat another 3.
Their offense already flowing. Some stellar. Shooting while jumping out to this lead.
Well, high-quality shots, and they've been on target with him. You can tell he's in a lot of pain. They'll take a timeout so that trainer can help him out.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. Jordan Crawford's checked in for McDermott. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Rose. Now here's Butler. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. That drops.
Pau Gasol is one of the most skilled 7-footers in the game. He can pass, handle the ball, shoot it from outside, and he's terrific on the low block. He has all the moves, and he knows how to link them together, too. That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Here's Roberts, defended by Chalmers. From the arc, and he gets it to go. Guys, there's a lot of places on the floor that Gasol can play, but Stevie loves that left block.
He does, Kevin, because he can go to work from that spot. He's got the right-hand jump hook towards the middle. He's got the counter move with the drop step or the fadeaway jump shot along the baseline. He's just so fundamentally sound with his footwork and his passing that he's a multi-purpose threat down on the block.
Here's Crawford following the score by Miami. 41 seconds left to play here in the first. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. The Heat leading by 6. Here's Ennis. The basket good off the assist from Wade.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominated.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense, just keep firing.
Now here's Gasol. Coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
The lead pushed to double digits.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
And they've been on... fire offensively as a result, Clark.
Here's Roberts, defended by Chalmers. And Roberts kicks to Gasol. Can't cash in from close range. And here's Chalmers for 3. Drilled it just as the horn sounds.
And Kevin, he had the eye of the tiger there. I mean, he was not going to pass that shot up.
No
well
way.
Well done. Big time shot in the clutch.
No, he was dying for the chance to take that shot, no question.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game.
Tune in next Wednesday night, April 15th. Tony Parker and the San Antonio Spurs go up against Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans. Be there.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. Quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
Yeah, everything's gone right for this club offensively. They are really putting it together.
Not too many speed bumps in the road as they built this lead.
D-Wade out there with Haslem. Then there's Ian Clark. Then there's Chalmers. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Crawford. He's coming off a 13-point game against Orlando. And that one's good. Roberts got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Chicago. Here's Chalmers. Drains the 19-footer. Chalmers has got the lead up to 13 now for the Heat. The Bulls shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. Roberts passes to Gasol. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Gasol's got his second basket of the game.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, no doubt Joakim Noah has absolutely no problem playing the role of the heel, known to provoke opponents and opposing crowds. He says, I like energy. Whether it's positive energy or negative energy, it gets me going. I like playing on the road. I think that hate fuels me to play harder. I loved it from the start. He's getting plenty of fuel from it, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And Noah's certainly not bashful with his emotions on the floor at all. Here's Smith, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Chris Bosh, in some ways, has been the overlooked, underrated member of the Big Three in Miami, but extremely valuable. A nice complimentary scorer and understated defensively, but with LeBron gone now, he becomes more of a focal point offensively.
Bulls making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. Miami leading by 15. Bosch, that's for 2, and it's Miami with another.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
And Chris Bosch posted up a lot more, it seemed, to Clark in Toronto and Miami. It become primarily a face-up threat.
And I think that's where he's most comfortable, Kevin. More of a slender build. He takes advantage of his quickness more than his strength, so facing up is really where he's been most effective.
Chicago with the ball, following the score by Miami. McDermott dishes to Gibson. From about 16, jump shot is good. Gibson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Brandon Bass is checked in for Dwayne Wade. And now the 2K leaderboard. If you want to talk defense and talk block shots, just have a look at these teams, what they've done the last month. Number 5, the Bulls.
You know, shot blocking can sometimes be like a spark plug or an energy injection for the defense. Their home crowd really gets into it when they throw those shots out of there.
Here's Crawford. Nate Robinson making his last shot. Rose with the ball. Robinson picks him up. This one for 3. And Derrick Rose gets the 3. Rose has got 9.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well. They had no problem knocking down that shot, and a little more damage inflicted on another defensive lapse.
Here's Rose. Nate Robinson making his last shot. And that one's good. And that's 11 points for Rose.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And that one's good, Barton. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Injuries are such a difficult part of this game.
And from a glance, you really can't tell just how bad it is, but he's going to come out, and we'll find out now how bad it is. He may be done for the game.
The Heat making a switch here. Blake's checked in. They get it back. Shot's good by Gibson. Gibson's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
To me, that's the key to any game. Who can win the battle in the paint? And right now, they've got it going. Boy, that was way behind the line. Now, he can make that at times.
He certainly is one of the guys that can actually do it from there.
Feeds it to Rose. McDermott with the screen for Rose. And there's a nice one-handed slam. Out of this world. Aerial skills for a guy of his size.
Kevin, that's what separates him from some of the other point guards around the league. The ability to rise and throw it down.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that spurs them on. Maybe he sparks a little bit of a comeback here.
Bulls trail by 14. And there's the rejection. And they get it back.
Complete domination. What a game for Gibson. He's got 10 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
Now, you're right, Clark. He's done some really nice work inside.
Bulls shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
That's been a great year for them overall at the stripe, hitting about 82% of their foul shots. Impressive.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Udonis Haslem. Checked in for Miami, and this comes in for Josh Smith. Bulls have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Gibson the screen, and Roberts kicks to Gibson, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
A chance here to check out some stats on Pau Gasol. A breakdown since the All-Star break, averaging 13 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, I think, guys, when you look overall at his contribution.
Yeah, and he's always looking to raise his game, and that's what you see in his consistency. One of the important characteristics that he brings to the table.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, yeah, the Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau, known as one of the most demanding coaches in all the NBA, he said the teams that are special always play with a rare intensity. That's just how championship caliber teams play. He added, I don't think you really feel pressure if you're putting everything you have into each and every day. Sound strategy, Kevin.
He's one of the best getting that kind of effort from his players, Doris. Thank you. And the action on hold, as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Oh, boy, this is something you hate to see, Clark.
You know, it sure is. Injuries, though, are really an unfortunate part of the game, inevitable at times. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Here's Chalmers. The Bulls getting the bucket. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Chalmers has got 8 points in the quarter. Bulls trail by 14. Pass to Butler. It's picked off. Here's Clark, and he gets it to go.
Well, it's been all about pace and space with them. Tempo, the fast break points, just a huge advantage.
Yeah, they've been looking to push it all the time and to get that early offense, and they're doing it well.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. Bulls have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The free throw drops for Rose. Wade, he's checked in for Miami. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Jordan Crawford's checked in for Taj Gibson.
Boy, that was solid. I'll tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
Shoots. And it's Miami with another.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Bulls trail by 16. Rose passes to Crawford. Here's Gasol, rebounded by Chalmers. Chalmers has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And there's another one for the Heat.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Heat lead by 18. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, I'm here with Coach Tom Thibodeau. And, Coach, what allowed them to get off to such a good start offensively against you?
Well, they hurt us in transition to start the game. They got some easy baskets. Now they're playing with a lot of confidence offensively.
Tom, thank you. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports. Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What can you say? Nate Robinson, what an impressive effort here today.
Just a pleasure to watch him play basketball. The way he sets up his teammates, his passing, his decision-making, very impressive.
Yeah, Steve, everything has been running through him, and he's doing a really nice job of racking up those assists.
So for Chicago right now, inside, Gibson and Noah. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. And it's McDermott in at the 3, the small forward. Rose kicks to Gibson. Rebound by the Heat. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
That was one of those games where everybody has fun because they blew them out. The bench played. Everybody got in on the act.
A challenging stretch here for Chicago.
Brandon Bass now in his 10th season out of LSU. Pick and pop, power forward. That mid-range shot is a strength of his game, and he's really improved defensively the last couple of years as well.
And the basket by Rose.
And you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Miami's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And it's Miami with another.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Bulls trail by 21.
And Bass is much more of an offensive-minded big man. At 6'8", he's not a big-time defender or rebounder. His job really is to space the floor and put points on the board.
Now here's Rose. And Brandon Bass earning the nickname No Pass Bass. This is team more career turnovers than assists.
Yeah, but that's his role, Kevin. You know, when he's open, knock it down. And what I like about Bass is that he has improved his defense considerably. The last couple of years with Doc Rivers in Boston, that was something that Doc really emphasized.
90 seconds now into the second half. Robinson for 3, and that one's good. Robinson's got 7 now in this quarter.
That's 4 straight from the field, guys. Off to a quick start this third quarter.
Chicago's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
We talk so much about how valuable expiring contracts and draft picks are in terms of building a team. But one thing that gets overlooked is just how important having a player on a good contract can be. It opens up so many possibilities for a team.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, Kevin. Tom Thibodeau had some words for his team in that last huddle. He thinks the use of ball screens and pick and rolls is the best formula for success against the defense they're currently looking at, and he let his guys know it. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Clearly some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And thank you for that, Doris. Time now for an injury report.
Hello, Kevin. I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Chicago. Unfortunately, guys, he said it doesn't look good. You couldn't pick a worse time for an injury of any kind as the season enters its very last stretch. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. I don't know, though. I mean, one way or another, it seems to me as though it's going to be a long time before we see him back in uniform.
Yeah, such a shame, guys. You always hate to hear of any player getting injured, and this one, this does not sound good.
And the basket by Rose. The Heat leading by 20. And here's Chalmers from the arc, and the Heat, another 3.
It's amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect in this half.
For Chicago, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Rose can't hit.
That's a battle they haven't been winning today, guys. Their work on the glass has to improve.
And that's not the only thing that's gone against them.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for Brandon Bass. Pau Gasol's checked in for Chicago. The Bulls shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Right wing. Noah dishes to Rose. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by the Heat. Bosch has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And it's Wade penetrating. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch. That's 7 points for Dwayne Wade.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Here's Rose. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Miami's gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Good!
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas. Dwayne Wade over the last 4 years adjusted beautifully to playing off the ball alongside LeBron James, and that was not easy, folks. He actually became one of the game's best cutters during that time. Now back to his old ways, playing with the ball in his hands a lot more. Should suit him well. If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Solid work right there. And again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these two teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. We've got one team moving crisply to get good shots and the other team just a bit stagnant.
Back to Gasol. And he gets the bucket. Gasol's got 6 points. And Wade still a dynamite finisher around the rim. One of the league's preeminent slashers.
Yeah, he's extremely productive in the pick and roll, able to score and make plays for others with his outstanding vision. This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Rose against Chalmers. And Robinson comes to help. Butler goes in, and that one's good.
A nice piece of work there. Find a little space and pull the trigger.
Miami's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. The three from Chalmers, and he gets it to go. Chalmers has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Heat. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. McDermott with the screen for Rose. Pass to McDermott. Dishes it to Butler. Shoots the three. Miami grabs the miss. Bosch has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
16 seconds left to play in the third. Butler kicks to McDermott. Rose passes to McDermott. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got assist number 5 here tonight. 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. Three-pointer. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Boy, ends the quarter with a dead-eye three as the buzzer sounds.
They had that set up, I think, Steve, and he timed it perfectly.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair.
This Friday, April 10th, Rajon Rondo and the Boston Celtics take on LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Live from Cleveland. Don't miss it.
And Chicago has possession. They host the 76ers after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
A lot of fans focused on that Philadelphia matchup. Big game for them.
Steve Blake is out there with Ian Clark. Then there's Haslam. Then it's Ennis. And it's Hamilton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. The drive by Brooks. Here's Okafor. They get it back. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Here's Haslam. And the Heat get another bucket right there. Now Brooks. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Well, the league's so focused on creating parity with the luxury tax and revenue sharing, but I think the max contract limits encourage stars to team up. If you allow the true superstars to command a larger share of the cap, I think they'd be more likely to spread out.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Well, when you talk, Clark, about superstar contracts, it's estimated that LeBron James is worth 4 times more than he makes in player salary.
I don't find that hard to believe. I mean, he's one of the biggest stars in all of sports when you think about the magnitude of his celebrity. But you don't need to increase max salaries to that level. Right now, vets are limited to about a third of the cap. You boosted it to 40 or 50%. I think most star players would look for their own teams to carry.
Clock at 6. Takes it off the glass. Brooks has got 4 points this quarter. Heat have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And that is good.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
Wasted no time on that one.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Blocked. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Miami ball.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Here's Haslam. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Miami.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
That's good.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
And that one's good. Here's Brooks. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here.
You know, every team in the league loves to have good size in the middle, but it does seem like the league is getting tougher for big men. You know, they help defenses now. The allowance of zone defenses, you can sort of load up on players. It can inhibit a big man's ability to attack because you can see double teaming even before he's gotten the ball. But it's made for great strategy, and I really like the new rules.
The Bulls have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. The pass to Crawford. There's the dish to Snell. The feed to Okafor. Brooks outside. The three. Brooks can't get that one to fall.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
And the basket by Blake.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Brooks kicks to Okafor. And he dunks it down.
You know, the dunks are few and far between for the big guy, but every once in a while we get one just like that.
It's not hard to believe that kind of size might keep you from being a high flyer.
Yeah, that's a lot of man right there to try to get up off the ground, Kevin. Tell you what, they haven't exactly been shy about letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
You know, Steve, if you have the lead, you can afford to be a little comfortable with the three-point shot. You just don't want to fall too much in love with it.
Miami's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Brooks dishes to Nova. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Heat.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one, Kevin, and then they do it again. It worked.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
In the season finale between these two teams, they will have once again broken the spirit of their opponent, finishing the season series with 3 wins, no losses against the Bulls. Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
And Brooks, here we go. That is good.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Now Blake. Here's Ennis. Good. And the assist goes to Blake.
I don't think you can say enough about the quarter he's having. Every one of his attempts has gone down.
Well, Chicago has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Brooks lays it up and banks it in.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Fires from the line. And another basket for Miami.
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
Here's Okafor, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Outstanding job there to absorb the contact and guide it in.
That's how you impose your will against the defender. He came to play.
The Heat making a switch here. Pass is checked in.
They got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they wanted.
Chicago has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Crawford passes to Brooks. Fires for three. Here's Okafor. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
And that one's good by Clark.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
Pass to Snell. Brooks from outside. And he gets it to go. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And now we send you down to Doris Burke courtside, who's with our Jordan player of the game. Doris?
Nate, this was a huge challenge going up against one of the best teams in the NBA right now. How good does it feel to win this one?
We knew we can do it if we believe. It's been a long journey for this team, and we deserve it.
And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Nearly time for the postseason, but still a few more games to play. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal here on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. You take a look at the Heat. They're right in the middle of the playoff pack at 5th place in the Eastern Conference. Their postseason plans starting to crystallize. Here we are late in the season, some teams battling for playoff position, others out of it entirely, so these games mean more to
Hey, Mr. Venner. Yo, hola. We just picture, thinking, dreaming, scheming, reading all the.
It's game time here in Miami as the crowds at the American Airlines Arena look to cheer on the hometown Heat. The Raptors swing into this game as part of their continuing road trip. They're in 5th place in the East, a team to be reckoned with for sure.
And Kevin, they look like they're having fun out there, a real party. I love what I'm seeing from them in terms of their chemistry. But playing well and winning games will do it for you. That goes hand in hand. Good chemistry, wins, and fun.
Yeah, chicken or the egg, Clark, which comes first? I'm not sure, but they've got both right now. Great chemistry, winning games, the communication, the camaraderie, the fun, and really the effort and the passion that they're showing. It's all great stuff.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Toronto right now, Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. Vasquez out there with Lou Williams, and it's DeRozan in at the 3 slot.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Good. We're about 1 minute into the first. Last game for the Raptors, they picked up the W against the Magic in Orlando.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think. Guys. Really how this team clicks. When they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And, Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. To be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Vasquez kicks to Williams. Into Patterson. The shot misses. Vaj with some nice D. Miami's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. He dialed that one up from long distance. 8 points for Robinson.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Yeah, he is a threat really from anywhere when he gets on a roll like this. Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
Rivas Vasquez, a 6'6" point guard out of Venezuela by way of the University of Maryland, is really a good passer and playmaker. Plays with a swagger and moxie that you love to see. You know, a couple seasons back, this guy averaged 9 assists a game.
Here's Patterson following the score by Josh Smith. Patterson setting the pick for DeRozan. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
We'll go to Dorisburg, who spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey. What's the news, Doris?
A big factor in today's game, he said, is how they are able to handle Chris Bosh. He said often in games, Bosh is the X factor with his ability to gather rebounds and finish off chances inside. In order to keep him from dominating the fight on the glass, they'll have to match his intensity every step of the way. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. Good. Valanciunas has got 6.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
And the D is having problems stopping the mid-range jumper. They're not really closing out on them as much as they should be.
Yeah, look at the numbers. 6 of the last 10 points have come by way of that jump shot, Clark.
Now, here's Patterson. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Magic in Orlando.
And he showed his versatility, Kevin, with the 4 blocks defensively.
And it's DeRozan missing. Back to Patterson. Shoots the 3. They get it back. And it's blocked by Bosh. Here's Clark. And there's another one for the Heat.
Wow, just a tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball for them, guys.
Yeah, when they put it up, it's gone in.
Raptors trail by 7. And Williams, here we go. Tries again. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. Then for the Raptors, Johnson, he's checked in for Patterson. Johnson comes in for Lou Williams. And it's Lowry in for Vasquez.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
And here's Lowry after Dwayne Wade hitting the 3. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed. All of the above. Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
Lowry kicks to Johnson. Johnson draws the double. Rosen dishes to Johnson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Now, here is Lowry. He had 10 points in the win against Orlando.
And what stood out to me in particular was his gorgeous playmaking out there. He was finding his teammates in great positions to score.
The Raptors making a switch here. Hansbrough's checked in. Lowry against Chalmers. And Lowry gets it to go.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Raptors trail by 7. Johnson in the corner. Takes a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Chalmers. And it's Miami with another. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Tipped away. Pass to Johnson. And the shot is good. Johnson's got 5 now. Three-pointer, Wade from beyond the arc and then some.
That is not an easy shot right there. He had to get it off over a taller defender.
A little bit of a rainbow 3, but like you said, it had to be with the size mismatch.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Miami ahead, up 7. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.
Next Tuesday night, April 14th, Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers take on Goran Dragic and the Phoenix Suns. A division rivalry in the Pacific. Don't miss it.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
So for Toronto right now, they've got James Johnson. Amir Johnson is out there with Tyler Hansbrough. Then there's Lowry. And it's Vasquez in at the 2. Now here is Lowry. Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look. You know, for Dwayne Wade, he's an athlete who's grown accustomed to having his personal life and his public life intersect. But he's found a way to turn that into a positive, selling the rights to a sitcom based on his experiences as a player and a parent.
Vasquez kicks to Lowry. Johnson from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Miami leading by 8. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, DeMar DeRozan with great size at the shooting guard position. Recently, he's looked to exploit that advantage in the post. He said, quote, "I look at guys like Kobe, and as they started to get older, they got better in the low block. I looked at it as, quote, if I get better at it now, that's going to be a benefit for me later." Guys, he's already seeing the dividends paid.
Getting close-range buckets and getting to the line, Doris. That's helping his efficiency. Thanks.
You know, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Haslam. Bass comes in for Dwayne Wade. And Ian Clark subbed in for Miller. And Wade generally sharing his experiences for Shiza.
You know, I used it, Kevin. I ended up dominating my old man league in San Diego. So I'm really grateful to Dwayne for his generosity.
Lowry. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
And here's Bosh for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against the Bulls.
Yeah, and in the end, it wasn't even close. I mean, they had points coming from all over the floor.
Boy, they were locked in and ready to roll, and offensively, they just had a rhythm that was impressive.
That's a 2 from Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 5 assists in the game. Raptors trail by 13. Outside Lowry. Hansbrough inside.
Tyler Hansbrough, known as Psycho T back in North Carolina. Big-time banger, seeks contact offensively, and draws a lot of fouls, too.
The Raptors shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto.
Yeah, they're getting to the line an awful lot in this quarter, and it's not an accident. They've been very aggressive.
Yeah, it's been very intentional. I mean, they've picked up the aggression, and it could get them out of this hole. And Hansbrough single-minded offensively, and I don't mind that. Hey, you catch the ball in positions he gets it in to score. Some would even go so far as calling him a black hole, but, you know, last season he was a little more selective, and I think he had his best season yet as far as scoring efficient.
And Williams, here we go, just 4 to shoot. Here's Patterson, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Patterson's got his first points in this one. The Heat leading by 12. And Hansbrough, a pretty good post defender. His physicality really serves him well.
And he's improved his rebounding rate the last couple of seasons as well. You know, he's got good mobility for his size, so he keeps himself in the mix for all those loose balls.
So it's Toronto now. The Heat getting the bucket. Vasquez can't get it to go. His first shot coming late, and it's Miami with another.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots.
Here is Hansbrough after the Heat pick up 2. Patterson, that's good.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Well, the Toronto Raptors, guys, looking at a rebrand for a team starting next season to celebrate their 20th anniversary in the league. Boy, time flies. New colors, Steve, and a new logo.
Yeah, they'd even considered a name change, but decided to stick with the Raptors. But a chance perhaps to go with that bird of prey connotation rather than a dinosaur.
And so here's Toronto. The Heat getting the bucket. Williams double team. Outside DeRozan. The feed now to Williams. Fires the 3. They get it back. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Boy, he is beating them up on the glass. They almost looked like they were willing to back off and give him the second chance points. That's how physical he is.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Clark's got 8 here in the quarter.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
And Williams, here we go. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down. Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
Yeah, guys, and that's 10 of their last 12 points now coming off of assists.
Now here's Vasquez, defended by Chalmers. This is to Vasquez. Kicks to Valanciunas. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. Vasquez has got 3 assists now in this one. There's 38 seconds left here in the second. And it's on its way from Chalmers for 2. And there's another one for the Heat.
Look out, guys. I mean, I think there's a lot more where that came from. When he gets it going like this, it is not easy to slow him down.
Now here's Vasquez. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando. To the paint. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Valanciunas has got 15.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
It's DeRozan with the drive. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 8 points for him.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
Clark. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
How about that one? A perfect finish to the half for them to tack another 3 points onto their lead.
And the first half is now in the books. Heat lead by 15. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
I'm alongside Coach Casey, and Coach, you guys are getting torched out there tonight. What's going on?
I don't know what has happened, but our defensive concentration, rotation has gone the way of the Buffalo. And I don't know what it is. I could care less about offense. You know, we're going to score. That's not the problem. It's making up our mind and having a commitment to the defensive end.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. If you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. Brandon Bass is out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Smith. Then there's Ian Clark. And it's Robinson in at point guard. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Now, here's Patterson. Vasquez passes to Valanciunas. Vasquez kicks to Williams. Toronto working the ball around now. Wide open look. And the shot is long.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
And Miami has possession. 17-point lead, their biggest.
Lou Williams at 6'1", about 175 pounds, a scoring guard in a point guard's body. He's best playing off the ball offensively, but guarding the point guard defensively, so you often see him cross-matched with opponents.
Here's Vasquez, following the score by Miami. DeRozan dishes to Valanciunas. Back to DeRozan. Another miss by DeRozan.
Really good work defensively. This coach has to be happy with his team.
Yeah, forcing that miss right there, great effort.
And you mentioned Lou Williams, a scoring guard, but his scoring rate, Clark, down over the last couple of seasons.
And, you know, his turnover rate had typically been excellent, but that's increased by almost double as his scoring numbers have gone down. But some of that is due to him coming off of that knee injury. It usually takes a couple of seasons, Kevin. When you tear that ACL, you get back after one, but it's not until year 2 that you begin to regain your old form.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Miami. Wade comes in for Brandon Bass. Vasquez, that's good.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Wasted no time on that one. That's 12 points for Dwayne Wade.
And Wade is really pouring it in right now.
Into Patterson. And a strong finish with 2 hands. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do. They're rolling now. 5 straight hoops to start this quarter.
Raptors trail by 20. Vasquez passes to DeRozan. He kicks to Vasquez. Here's Patterson. Again, Toronto.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
Timeout called the Heat. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
Was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case. Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Took him no time at all on that one. 22 points for Robinson.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And Nate Robinson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Robinson against Williams. Johnson kicks to Love. Josh Smith pulls it in. Smith's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Robinson goes in. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And now 24 points for Nate Robinson.
Didn't that one play out smoothly?
Lowry dishes to Hansbrook. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Got that one up quick. Robinson's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Boy, they've been so sound offensively in the second half. I love the way they're playing.
Yeah, there's really no comparison in the shooting percentages between the teams since the break.
Now here's Williams, averaging 9 points per contest. And then Johnson with the jam.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
The Heat leading by 21. Here's Smith.
How about that basketball fan? Wow. Now that was pretty. That was just a nice looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. Great awareness and terrific finish.
Now here's Williams. Here's the teardrop. That's good. Williams has got his 2nd basket of the night.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Robinson, that's good.
2nd three-pointer of the half, 4th overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
Lowry against Robinson. And DeRozan. Here we go. That is good. DeRozan's got 10.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Here's Haslem. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Toronto's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. That Hansbrough kicks to DeRozan. And it's Miami with the rebound.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area they just can't afford to get lazy with.
You know, I think the effort's been there, Steve, but they're still getting outworked just by a skosh. He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group in for the Heat. Chris Bosh is checked in for Haslett. Bass comes in for Dwayne Wade. Ennis, he's checked in for Josh Smith. And it's Chalmers in for Nate Robinson. The Raptors also with a sub. James Johnson's checked in for Lou Williams. DeRozan, good D by Miller.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And there's another one for the Heat.
Boy, they've looked good in the open floor today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, they've been doing the right thing, Steve. Anytime they've had numbers, they've gone straight up court with it right away. Boom.
The Raptors have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
Well, this is a club that has hit about 80% of its free throws during the season. Very impressive number.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Both free throws good from DeRozan. 16 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And it's on its way from Chalmers for 2. And another basket for Miami. There's 10 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Lowry. Here's Johnson. Nice D from Bosh. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Heat opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth.
Coming up next Wednesday night, April 5th.
Toronto's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. We've got Vasquez. Johnson is out there with Landry Fields. And it's Hayes. And it's Caboclo in at the shooting guard. 6 on the shot clock. It's Fields outside. Can't hit. And it's Miami the other way.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today. Terrific game for Mario Chalmers. 10 points, and the assist numbers, tremendous.
His court vision, Clark, has been phenomenal. I mean, he could not be passing the ball any better than he is right now.
And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on them. You know, sports medicine, really a key part to keeping NBA players on the court. It's getting so advanced, as are most things when it comes to performance and performance enhancement. But I read recently that they've discovered a new knee ligament. You'd think they'd have it all mapped out by now, but apparently not. They continue to make new discoveries.
Here's Hayes. Blocked. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Bass's shot. Good.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Now here's Vasquez, defended by Chalmers. Johnson, a wide open look with nobody on him. He buries the jumper.
You know, role players can make big differences in games, and he's showing he can get it done out there.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That free throw missing. Wade, he's checked in for Brandon Bass. He's off on the second.
You know, James Johnson really seemed to solidify his place in the league with his play last year. You can tell he's slimmed down, and he's never looked more athletic.
There's the pick. Now here's Vasquez, defended by Chalmers. Vasquez can't get it to go. Here's Ennis. Let's go. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. And Johnson in great shape, able to play that hustle role.
And he's one bad man, Kevin. He comes from a martial arts family now. James, his parents, and his siblings all are black belts. Don't mess with those folks, man. Do not mess with them.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Ian Clark's checked in for Mario Chalmers.
Now you look at hard fouls and what's now considered a flagrant foul. The referees in the league has really sort of changed the rule over the course of the last decade, and I think it's for the better. It used to be you could get away with basically mugging a player. Now you have to be more careful, and I think it's good for the protection of the player and for the improvement of the game. And I think the work on the boards has been a big key for their success in this game, guys.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, it's been total control on the boards for them.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Caboclo. Johnson the screen. Here's Vasquez. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. And there's been talk about hard fouls and flagrant fouls to protect the players' club.
Yeah, no less an authority than coaching great Phil Jackson said that Nation has set up the game to eliminate fouling, not reward it. Sounds something just like something Phil would say. It used to be that the fouler had to leave the court like in hockey. I think the league has taken good steps to get away from the defensive slugfest of years past.
Ennis, and there's another one for the Heat. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Caboclo. And there's a whistle. That goes on Ian Clark. That's his first foul. A different look for Miami. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Wade. And Miller's subbed in for Ennis. And then for Toronto, Hansbrough's checked in for Caboclo. And it's Lowry in for Vasquez. Here's Fields. Here's Hansbrough. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Wasted no time on that one.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Lowry drawing the double team. Johnson with it. And it's Miller picking him up. That's good from Lowry on the assist by Johnson. And that's now 9 points for Kyle Lowry. For Miami, they've gotten all 8 of their shots in the fourth quarter to drop. Truly remarkable. Well, since the turn of the century, guys, the Western Conference has ruled the roost, winning interconference matchups in 14 out of the last 15 seasons. To Steve, last season, the highest ever win percentage for the West at over 72%.
Yeah, and 8 of the league's top 10 teams played in the West record-wise. It may be time to take a fresh look at a top 16 playoff structure.
Caboclo, he's checked in for Landry Fields. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Heat.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
Well, finally, they're going to salvage one game from this season series after losing the first 2.
And it says a lot about them that they were able to salvage this game. I mean, most teams having lost 2 in a row to an opponent in a given season would struggle with their confidence in the third game. And last season, the 7th and 8th seed in the East made the playoffs with worse records than the 9th and 10th seeded teams in the West. Sure, the conference playoff structure reduces travel, but in the age of chartered flights, you could argue longer traveling distances are much less of a concern, and I would say amen to that.
Here's Clark, and there's another one for the Heat.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
The drive by Lowry. Misses, and he wants that one back.
And, guys, I think the biggest advantage to a so-called top 16 playoff seeding is that it would possibly make for a more competitive finals. It's a playoff series that garners international attention anyway. You want to make sure that the last two teams standing are truly the best in the NBA.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Johnson right side. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. This one for 3. And it's Haslam with the rebound. From past the arc. The shot is off. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Well, Nate, a great win tonight for the team. How much does the philosophy and the mindset that coaches instilled in this group help you?
Yeah, another one of them flip mode joints. Bust the vibes, y'all. Word mother, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Just sing to the left, sing to the right. Make it feel good, make it feel alright. One time, feel good, yeah, y'all. Bust the vibes in the place, y'all. Nigga, you feel real good, y'all. Flip mode, the squad in the place, y'all. Buck wild to all of my who don't care. Floss like a bunch of young black millionaires. Making you run, me and my stacking my ones. Floss a little, invest up in the mutual fund. Blowing the horn, a sense of every day I was born. Never dream I see it landscaping my lawn. Dangerous, be accurate. Have to get the flow be so immaculate. Hey yo, watching my dough. Sipping it slow, them pretty saying hello. Anyway, go ahead and display your olive oil.
And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Orlando Magic. Looking at the last game for the Magic, it was a loss to the Knicks in New York. They got caught flat-footed, lost a game they felt should have been theirs. Looking to turn the page here. Well, with LeBron James gone, it's a, to say the least, Shaq, a new look for the Miami Heat. Where do they get their wins now?
Well, first of all, the Heat will need to find someone else to distribute the ball, and now they will need a whole lot more from Wade and Bosh.
Defensively, still.
And now your Miami Heat starting lineup. At the shooting guard position, at 6'3", number 21, Ian Clark. Starting at power forward.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Along with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Beautiful South Florida is the setting tonight as the state's fiercest rivalry resumes between the Miami Heat and the Orlando Magic. In second to last place in the East, nothing's come easy for them this season.
Kevin, mentally, they're in disarray. They're a frayed group right now. Since things went south for them, there's been a visible tightness. You can almost feel it that they've been playing with. No flow to their game, everything disjointed. They've not been able to play good basketball for any quality period of time.
Yeah, I mean, we may see occasional flashes of brilliance from them, but that's it. They have not been able to put it together, and that's so important. The NBA game is such a long one. You've got to be very, very disciplined with your execution, and they are not right now.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. At the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Fry and Vucevic are the power forward and center. And it's Payton in at the point guard position. Here's the teardrop. Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against the Raptors.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
Here's Fry, following the score by Josh Smith. Here's Vucevic. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the game to go. On defense, Orlando. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
You know, they didn't exactly roll over. They had a good chance to win in that game. It just didn't come together for them at the right time.
Hey, the all-around effort was very solid, but they're not interested in moral victories. A loss is a loss.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Well, quite an interesting upbringing for Victor Oladipo. His mother and father immigrated from Nigeria. They ingrained a great work ethic in their children, but his father in particular didn't really approve of his son's focus on basketball. But Victor was undeterred.
Here are the Magic now. The Heat getting the bucket. Heat, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And Oladipo growing up the only son among four children with a strict, somewhat distant father. In a lot of ways, his coaches and teammates became a kind of second family, and he latched on to his coaches for guidance.
And the story goes that Oladipo in his sophomore year in high school broke his foot, and Clark, rather than stay home, he went to practices and ran the scoreboard, even swept the gym, I'm told.
Yeah, he said he didn't want the coaches to forget about him, Kevin. Just a true gym rat mentality, and that's part of the reason he's played as well as he has in the NBA.
Here's Fry. Nate Robinson making his last shot, and he gets it to go.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
For Miami, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Robinson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Magic trail by 3. Payton with the ball, and Bosch picks him up defensively, and it's blocked by Bosch. From beyond the arc, and that one's good. Bass has got 5.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yeah, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
Oladipo with a screen on Smith. Fry in the post. He's covered by Bosch. Shot clock at 6. Fry passes to Payton. Fires at the elbow. And that one's good.
Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played.
A theme that has unfortunately come up for this Orlando franchise is their inability to keep a franchise talent for long. Of course, you think both about Shaq and Dwight Howard and their exits.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. We talked about Chris Bosh, and he talked about the skill set and what makes him so difficult to guard. He told me he's very slippery in the post. You think you have him contained, and he'll just wiggle around his guy for a layup. We can never act as if he has nowhere to go down low. He finds space and room all the time. Guys?
And as always, Doris, thank you. Here's Payton. The Heat getting the bucket. There's the feed to Harris. Back to Payton. Oladipo for 3. It's rebounded by Bass. Bass has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit. Well, they had a pretty good grasp of the game plan coming into this one. That's been very apparent.
And anytime a team gets a double-digit lead in the first quarter, Steve, you could be headed for blowout city.
Well, they were getting run ragged out there. Good time for a timeout. Maybe it was even too late, but this club has to regroup now.
Well, I tell you what, it wasn't pretty, and they definitely needed to take a minute to talk things over.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Orlando also making some changes. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Fry. Fournier comes in for Oladipo. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Payton. Miller with a wide open look. And the Heat, another 3.
Well, with this soft D, they're allowing them to shoot a very high percentage from the field so far.
Yeah, and they're just not offering any resistance, not making anything difficult for them. And they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
Now here's Harkless. He's coming off a 19-point game against New York. And the foul goes against Miami. Here's Fournier. He's coming off a 19-point game against New York.
He got some huge points from the foul line, too, Kevin. He was very aggressive, generating contact and drawing fouls.
In building this lead, they've been excellent at not allowing any good second chances.
Here's Haslam. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Haslam's got his first points of the game.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
The shot's good from Fournier. And here are the Heat now, leading by 12. And it's Miami with another.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Second shot opportunity. Misses at the rim. Deflects the pass. Here's Miller. And after just one quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Heat lead by 14. Let's take a quick break now. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Heat team out there.
Yeah, everything's gone right for this club offensively. They are really putting it together.
Not too many speed bumps in the road as they built this lead.
On the court for Orlando, Mo Harkless and Tobias Harris the forwards. Fournier out there with Luke Ridnour, and it's Vucevic in at the center position. Ridnour kicks to Fournier. In the corner, it's Harris. That's good from 17 feet away. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
The Heat leading by 15.
Evan Fournier out of France struggled with his shot early last season, but he rallied somewhat down the stretch. Still very young with an impressive skill set. He's definitely a player to watch.
Here's Ridnour. Here's Vucevic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Vucevic has got 6 points.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
And you talk about Fournier's skill level. Pretty crafty penetrating and finishing around the rim. And he's also been a good three-point shooter in the NBA from day one.
The Magic trail by 18. Ridnour kicks to Vucevic. And Steve, Fournier doesn't separate himself with his athleticism, but he can be elusive.
Well, he understands hesitation and using angles to get inside. I think that speaks to his ball handling and offensive instincts. You know, he can be very fun to watch.
A different look for Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Haslam. Smith comes in for Ennis. Robinson is subbed in for Quincy Miller. Channing Frye's checked in for Orlando. Victor Oladipo comes in for Harris.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Inside. And then Oladipo with the jam. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground.
Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
In a big game for Robinson. He's got 11 points, and he's put 1 three-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
Ian Clark's checked in for Miami. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. The Magic trail by 19. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Well, he's got to get everybody on the same page. I mean, that's the reason for this timeout. And if that happens, I think they can improve and start playing better.
You know, it's a coach's job ahead of the opponent and to look for that extra edge if you can. And I think he feels like he might have seen one.
Peyton, he's checked in for Orlando.
The offense really coming around here in the second.
Up above 50% shooting now for the game, guys, and they'll definitely take that. It's defense where they need to key in.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He told his guys to make sure they keep the pace fast, to get out and run each and every chance they get. He also went on to say that he wants to see good movement on the perimeter and plays being run to get their outside shooters open. I'm sure coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. And Wade sends it back. And Smith with the stuff.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Payton kicks to Fry. He dishes it to Harkless. And that's collected by Smith.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Bosch with the bucket.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Payton drives in. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. That's a 2 from Smith. Good. It's Bosch picking up the assist. 8 points for Josh Smith.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Brandon Bass is checked in for Chris Bosch. Well, so much great defense has come from the shooting guard position over the years. And here's a rundown of the players wreaking havoc at that spot this year. Third is Victor Oladipo.
Well, this is a very intense group. You know, those steals haven't come by accident. They've gotten them through the effort they're willing to expend on that aspect of the game.
Right on. I mean, they're lockdown defenders, all of them. As gritty a group of guys as you can have on the perimeter.
That's good. Clark's got his third bucket of the night.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
Hayton, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Wade gets the bucket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Payton with the ball. Robinson picks him up. For 3, Fournier. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Now that's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Harkless with the steal. He kicks to Fournier. Feeds to Payton. There's a minute left in the second quarter. Fournier's shot is off.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And there's another one for the Heat.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Payton kicks to Fry. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 3rd assist on the night.
An unusual skill set for a big man. The long-range shot that gives you such good spacing offensively.
And the shot is good.
And yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
And Robinson comes to help. Payton drives in, and it's blocked by Wade. And they're able to recover. And that one's good. Wade's got 17.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Here's Payton. He has 5. To the middle. Here's Harkless. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Heat running away with it. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, I'm here with Josh Smith. And Josh, what was the key to how well this team played offensively during that first half?
Just the way we ran our offense. We weren't lethargic. We ran it with great pace. We found the open man. We were sharing the basketball. Got to move from side to side and got some easy buckets.
Josh, plenty of elements there for a good offensive game. Thanks for the time. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What can you say? Nate Robinson, what an impressive effort here today.
Well, he's the ringleader. We could see it in the first half with the offense, the way he distributed the ball, really kept everybody involved.
And, that's just the thing. You and I both would have loved playing with him because he makes sure everybody gets a little bit of the sugar.
Brandon Bass is out there with Smith. Then there's Ian Clark. Then it's Robinson. And it's Bosch in at center. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid Payton has some very noticeable hair on the floor. He said the story behind it is as follows. Me and my teammates in high school agreed we wouldn't cut our hair the entire season until we won a state championship. We wound up losing in the semifinals. But I liked what it was doing and just let it keep growing and growing. Guys, will it ever end?
We'll see if it does. Thanks, Doris. And there's another one for the Heat.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Orlando's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Payton against Robinson. Payton dishes to Vucevic. Baseline try. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 5th assist in this one. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway.
Nikola Vucevic has a basketball pedigree. I mean, it's pretty impressive. His father played professionally in Europe for more than 2 decades, including for the Yugoslavian national team. His mother was a player as well. So you might say his DNA was set up to play the game.
Payton outside. Tries again. Misses from short range.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And Vucevic, a growing celebrity in his native Montenegro, building on his family's basketball legacy.
Yeah, Vucevic, perhaps not a household name yet in the United States, but the way he's begun his career, that may not be the case for long.
Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Vucevic has got 10 points in the game.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Got that one up quick. And now 24 points for Robinson.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Payton with the ball, and Bosch picks him up defensively. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Harris has got his 3rd basket of the night.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
And that one's good.
This is a fantastic run to start this second half.
Here's Oladipo, averaging 13 points a contest. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Oladipo's got 6.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Deep 2 from Robinson. Again, the Heat good for 2.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
The Magic have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Harris outside. Payton outside. The wide open look here for Oladipo. Here's Vucevic. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Vucevic has got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Robinson, that's good.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Payton outside. The pass to Vucevic. The 10-footer. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Well, the Miami Heat, since the Big Three assembled, has been a polarizing team. Some fans rooted for them, others rooted against them. Either way, they've been an incredible story for the league and have become just a huge draw around the NBA.
Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. Now the dish to Fry. Puts up the baby hook, and he gets it to go. Vucevic has got 16.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of push. What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Payton drives in, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Chris Bosh. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Harkless is checked in for Vucevic. Evan Fournier comes in for Oladipo. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Channing Frye. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Passes to Fournier. Here's the three. Rebound by the Heat.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided. That's 10 straight points now coming in that mid-range jump shot area, guys.
Yeah, it is, and they're picking their spots and finding holes in the middle of that defense to get those shots off, and I think that's very good discipline they're showing us here.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. The drive by Wade. Got that bucket in no time at all. Wade's got 19 points.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
Yeah, in fact, that's the shot they've used from that range, Clark, to get 8 of their last 10 points.
Here's Fournier. Payton passes to Harris. And Fournier kicks to Harris. Pass to Fournier. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Heat. Wade's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And again, Miami with the triple.
He is bombing it today. How many more threes are we going to see from him?
Well, we've already seen plenty. The majority of his points have come on that shot.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Heat just dominating this one. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.
On tap this Wednesday, April 15th, Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder take on Nikola Pekovic and the Minnesota.
Come on.
Orlando with the ball. On the court for Orlando, we've got Luke Ridnour. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with John Lewis. Then there's Mo Harkless, and it's Morrow into the shooting guard position. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce. Bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right, showing him off right there. Good move.
What does that even mean, Kevin? Bounce to the ounce?
Now, here's Ridnour, guarded by Blake, fires at the elbow. Ridnour, that's good.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
It's Dedmon with the rebound, and the Magic shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Harkless with the bucket. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Hamilton dishes to Blake. Lets it fly. And the Heat get another bucket right there. Now, here's Ridnour.
Over the years, we've seen injuries bother the same people over the course of their careers, while other players seem to stay healthy. And it may be just genetic makeup, it could be off-season training, but it does seem that staying healthy can also almost be considered a skill rather than just luck of the draw.
And the technical free throw is good. Green, he's checked in for Harkless. And Lure kicks to Green. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. The three ball. And it's Haslam with the rebound. Injury management, such a big part, Clark, of the game today. So many factors going to staying healthy in the NBA and all sports for that matter. How a player is built, how they train, how they play. And then there's that X factor, luck.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. I mean, we used to talk about the durability of what Russell Westbrook, a player who really hadn't missed a game since his high school days, and then all of a sudden a player crashes into his knee and he's out and has multiple repercussions from that. So as a player, and even as a broadcaster, I like to say you've got to control what you can control.
Mm-hmm. Well, as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
I think it really could get out of hand, and you can credit their defense just as much as their offense for that.
Ridnour, that's good.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement, generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Hey, guys, the league has taken some steps to pick up the pace of the game. Over the last decade, we've seen a lot of rule changes with hand checks, and zone defenses, and tightening up flagrant foul rules and physical play in general.
And back to that move by the league to speed up the game. It doesn't seem like the league is done.
Yeah, you know, and I think more can be done, Kevin. Cutting down on timeouts. You see in soccer, they just run a little sponsor banner in the corner of the screen while the ball is in play. Continuous play. Continuous play. Reduce the number of free throws, I think, is another step. But that would be more a result of not fouling than teams not getting to the line.
And the wide open shot from Green. Hits the three-point bomb.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
That's good. 10 points for Quincy Miller.
How about that for a response?
He will say they can give the three as well as they can take the three.
Green kicks to Ridnour. Here's the three. Miami grabs the miss. Miller, right side. And it's Miami with another. For Orlando, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes.
On the wing, Green. Good. And the assist goes to Ridnour. Green's got 5 points now this quarter. Heat have gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. Shots good by Miller.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
Here's Ridnour. He feeds it to Morrow. To the inside. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
The 2 points are pretty much a lock when they're able to get the ball into that position inside.
Miami's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And it's Miller penetrating. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Miller's got 14 points here in the second half.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Heat.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance, Clark. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And in this era of unparalleled parity, it takes a lot to sweep an opponent in 4 straight games. But that's exactly how they finished off their season series tonight against the Magic.
54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Ennis. It's blocked. They get it back. That's good.
Justin Hamilton.
46 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now Ridnour. Kicks it to Morrow. Shot clock at 6. It's deflected. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Ridnour. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Haslam, that's good.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Here's Ridnour. Dedmon passes to Morrow. Hamilton pulls it in. Here comes Quincy Miller. Beyond the arc. And the Heat, another three.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Dwayne, you had a huge impact on the boards tonight. Was that something you tried to do?
Yeah, Coach told me to rebound. I've been trying to rebound lately, so just trying to get down there and help our big guys out.
You did exactly that, Dwayne. Thank you. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and
Reach out, touch faith.
The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, and by my side is Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to 2K Sports, the NBA season wrapping up, and you can just feel the anticipation for the playoffs. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Miami Heat. For Miami, they're right in the middle of the playoff pack at 5th place in the Eastern Conference. Their postseason plans starting to crystallize. Shaq, I think if the playoffs of 2014 showed us anything, it's the value.
we're in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, with a sweeping look at City Hall. Welcome to Philadelphia, everyone, as the 76ers get ready to defend home court in the Eastern Conference. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, introducing the rest of the 2K broadcast team, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and sideline reporter Doris Burke. Taking a look at Miami. They're in 5th place in the East, a team to be reckoned with for sure.
Well, you know, looking at Miami, I think maybe they've slipped just a bit from where they were a season ago. But they're a team that typically figures it out as the season goes on.
And granted, it's hard to stay at the very top of the standings. But, you know, the playoffs are a whole different story. They're a team with playoff experience under their belts. They've got lots of confidence. I think they'll be just fine.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Miami, Robinson is out there with Ian Clark. Then it's Brandon Bass, and it's Smith, and it's Bosch in at the center, filling out the middle. So it's Miami now. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
Roten, no good. Philadelphia on D. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, they didn't play well that night. They weren't very aggressive. They shot the ball too often from the perimeter, never got it inside, and they were also very shaky from the foul line.
Now, Carter Williams following Nate Robinson's three-point attempt. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Bass. Bosch, that's for 2. And another basket for Miami. There's really no excuse. I don't know. How many times we've seen it, especially when, Clark, it's time for the playoffs. The winners usually make their free throws.
It's elementary, Watson. Make your free throws when you get them. Everyone needs to take their time, get into their routine, and fundamentally execute the free throw shot.
It's Kevin, not Watson.
Okay, well, Kevin Watson.
Good. Hey, I like it.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
He'd have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist. Robinson's got his second bucket of the game to go. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against Milwaukee.
Well, they benefited from some very loose play from their opponents that night, Clark.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, there were a lot of turnovers in that game. Some were caused by their good defensive play, but some were just careless.
Now here's Carter Williams. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. Moultrie, that's good.
He has such a knack for scooping up the rebound and then making a defense pay.
The Heat with the lead. Smith for 3. It's hauled in by Moultrie.
And I don't really like that shot. I mean, he can make it occasionally, but to me, that's too deep.
And that definitely wasn't one of them.
Carter Williams and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And it was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Robinson goes in, and another basket for Miami. Carter Williams with it, averaging 16 points a game. Stolen by Robinson. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And that one's good. The 76ers trail by 5. Carter Williams kicks to Moultrie. Roten dishes to Embiid.
Well, Joel Embiid, born in Cameroon, the son of a professional handball player. He only started playing basketball at the age of 16. He'd been playing soccer and volleyball, but I'll tell you, his development in the game has been rapid.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Nerlens Noel comes in for Arnett Moultrie. And Sessions subbed in for Carter Williams.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And for Embiid, his countryman and NBA veteran Luke Richard Mbamute spotted him at a camp in Africa. That was the start of it all.
Came over to the U.S., didn't play a whole lot in high school, expected to redshirt at Kansas, but ended up starting from day one. And the thing I liked about him was he almost improved, not just game to game. You could see improvement within.
That's a great point. You're right. Well, it's a big bonus when you get effective outside shooting from your big men like these guys over the past 10 games. Wayne Wade on top.
You know, he has such a phenomenal touch from long range for a player at any position. Forget about just among the big men.
And that's what makes him so hard to guard, Steve, his ability to play the inside game or the outside game. I like him being kind of like reversible clothing. We're just not used to seeing players who can do that.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. The 76ers trail by 10. Will it go? There's Noel. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket.
It's a great play under the boards for him. And, you know, that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
Now here's Sessions. He also had a big impact in that win against the Bucks. And that one's good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Robinson, that's good.
Looks like they're going to have one of those days where they can do no wrong.
Well, they haven't done anything wrong so far. Double-digit lead already.
Robinson against Sessions. Unloads from 13. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's on Chris Bosh.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Ramon Sessions. Some good stat lines for him recently. He can put his numbers up among the best lately. 9th in three-point field goal percentage. And one of the better passers in the league. In the top 20 in assists per game.
And, Steve, I really think he deserves an awful lot of credit for making it into the top 10 in three-point shooting. I mean, that's pretty high-quality marksmanship when you're a top 10 three-point shooter.
Nice shot by Smith.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
Now, here's Roten. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Milwaukee. Sessions with it. Robinson picks him up. Embiid kicks to Roten. The shot is off. And it's Miami the other way. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Robinson leading the charge. And that one's good. Robinson's got 13 points.
Well, with this soft D, they're allowing them to shoot a very high percentage from the field so far.
Yeah, and they're just not offering any resistance, not making anything difficult for them, and they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Heat lead by 17. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Heat?
Well, they're trying to play fast and trying to put the defense on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
They've got Moultrie, Sessions out there with Carter Williams, and there's Nerlens Noel, and it's Green in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Dwayne Wade, a Hall of Fame player, I think, held back by bone bruises and tendonitis in his knees in recent years. But you know, by keeping them in good shape and staying in condition, he's been able to find ways to play throughout the season and still be effective.
And with the Heat's success riding in large part on Wade's knees, you can bet that he and the team have left no stone unturned in trying to protect him. From selective rest to advanced therapies, they've got a really extensive plan in place.
The 76ers trail by 20. And there's the feed to Sessions. He kicks it to Moultrie to the right side. There's the triple. Ramon Sessions on the assist by Moultrie. Sessions has got 5 now. And last season, Wade expressed regret over his knee surgery way back at Marquette. Stevie said his torn meniscus had been trimmed rather than repaired. That was odd.
Well, he felt that that was what led to a lot of the long-term knee issues that he's experiencing now. But, sports medicine has advanced so quickly. Things that are common now simply weren't even in practice a decade ago. Good rebound there, but overall, they're getting outworked on the glass.
Steve, I think that's what you'd expect, seeing what the score is.
Some killer instinct he showed right there, exploding to the rim and adding to that lead.
Well, the way Wade played early on his career, guys, how aggressively he attacked the rim and sacrificed his body, you knew that kind of play style would not last. And so, Steve, it looks like maybe he's adjusted a bit.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Kevin. He's become more cerebral. He's also, in terms of attacking the rim, doesn't happen as frequently, but he picks his spots.
Now, here is Miller. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
The Sixers are certainly looking to build something special on the court. And to that end, they're planning to build a new 55,000 square foot practice facility close by at the Navy Yard.
Here's Carter Williams. He has 5. Will it go? And it's Haslam with the rebound.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
And right now, the Sixers practice about 11 miles away at a local college. That new practice facility, Steve, expected to open next summer, less than 2 miles away.
Well, both from a competition standpoint and kind of player relations, I mean, it makes sense. Players want the best, and you get a top-of-the-line facility, makes it much easier to recruit in free agency.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, after opting out of the last 2 years at $42 million of his contract, Dwayne Wade re-signed with the Heat for 2 years at about $31 million. Kevin, if he hadn't already solidified his place as the most beloved player in Miami Heat history, giving up over $10 million to help the team compete has to seal the deal.
Incredible, Doris. He said home is where the heart is. It's great to hear. Thanks. Here's Carter Williams after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Carter Williams kicks to Green. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. 6 to shoot. Here's Noel. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Carter Williams kicks to Sessions. And Wade sends it back. 3 on 3. Here's Chalmers. And good on the basket. Book it. Chalmers has got 13.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Sessions passes to Moultrie. To the inside. Dishes it to Sessions. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Sessions has got 8 here in the quarter. Miami's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Wade, good.
And he's shaken off a poor first quarter shooting effort. And he's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And how did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I like the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Moultrie. And it's Tony Roten in for Jeff Green.
I mean, what are you going to do defensively? He can just rise up and bang down a three ball like that, and they get such separation with the height advantage.
Now here's Carter Williams. 7 points in the game. Shot is no good.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Michael Carter Williams with that rare height at the point guard spot. He's 6'6", long arms, and one thing you love about taller point guards, the ability to really survey the court and pass over the top of the defense.
Here's Carter Williams following the score by Josh Smith. Roten dishes to Embiid, and he jams it with authority.
You know, for a guy his size, he doesn't play above the rim very often. like he did on that slam.
Still got some power behind him, though.
Yeah, I mean, you let him get in close like that, he'll throw one down hard on you.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
Now here's Carter Williams. Here's Roten, and that one's good. Roten's got his first basket.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Now Robinson pulls it up. And another basket for Miami.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
Here's Carter Williams. Excellent D that time from Robinson.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
Yeah, that's what's paved the way for them to build this big lead, no question.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Carter Williams kicks to Roten. Blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup. Roten's got his second basket.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
That is not an easy shot right there. He had to get it off over a taller defender.
A little bit of a rainbow three, but like you said, it had to be a size mismatch.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the three as well as they can take the three.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close.
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with...
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Robinson. 18 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. They've got Smith. Brandon Bass is out there with Chris Bosh. Then there's Ian Clark, and it's Robinson in at the point guard position. Now here's Carter Williams. Pass to Roten. Back to Carter Williams. Misses the finger roll. Robinson with it. On up the court. And then Smith with the dunk.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's got 10. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Jeff Green. Some good stat lines for him recently. You can put his numbers up among the best lately. He's averaging 19 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. I'm sure he's happy with the way things have been going. Those are some nice, steady numbers.
Well, how could he be unhappy about them, Steve? I mean, he'd probably like to see just a little more of an uptick in them, just the same, but nothing to not be content about there.
And Philadelphia has possession after the Heat pick up 2. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Embiid sets the pick for Carter Williams. He dishes it to Roten. Will it go? The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. And it's 7 points for Roten. The Heat have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Robinson for 3, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Roten the pass to Moultrie. Green dishes to Carter Williams. Back to Green. Pulls up. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. From outside the arc. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got his second basket of the night.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Roten kicks to Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. A shot by Carter Williams. Nobody around. tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Kicks it to Clark. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Clark's got 7.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
It's a good thing he showed up today, because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
The Heat have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Robinson, that's good.
You know, the more these three-pointers continue to drop, the more you can sense the frustration coming from this defense.
No question. No matter what they've thrown at him, they've not been able to take that shot away.
Now, here's Green. Passes to Roten. From deep. Bosch grabs the miss. Bosch has got his 4th rebound in this one. Puts one up from 19, and there's another one for the Heat.
I love that stroke that you saw from Bosch right there.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Embiid, no good. And Moultrie kicks to Carter Williams. And it's blocked by Bosch. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And how about a look at our 2K leaderboard and a group of point guards that have a little bit of big man in them and some very good rebounding numbers since the All-Star break. Number 1, Michael Carter Williams.
And as you see by his spot on that list, guys, very few point guards in the league can rebound like he can. Very few. He has a knack for always being in the right place when the shot goes up.
And he uses his body like a big man at times. I mean, he doesn't try to just sneak his way into the paint. He muscles his way in and carves out space under the basket. He must have been a post player in his youth.
That's good.
Now they've gotten something out of just about every possession, and their defense has been just as good. Masterful performance across the board.
And don't forget, on the road, too.
Now, here's Roten. He's got 7, and he gets it to go. Roten's got 9. 1:30 left to play in the third. And here's Chalmers from the arc. And again, Miami with the triple.
Clark, they're really struggling guarding that three-point line.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, Steve.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Embiid sets the pick for Sessions. Out to the right wing. Roten off target with his 3. Miami's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. And the basket by Chalmers.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Philadelphia's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And that one's good. Roten's got 11.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game. Yeah, and guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Sessions against Chalmers. And that one's good. Sessions. 12 points for him.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Miller. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers.
Assist from.
And it's 6 points for Quincy Miller. For Philadelphia, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Sessions passes to Noel. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And Sessions kicks to Richardson. Noel dishes to Embiid. Feeds to Sessions. Another shot. Embiid, no good. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Heat running away with it. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter. Philadelphia shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Grant is out there with Luke Mba2k. Then there's Ramon Sessions. And then there's Henry Sims. And it's Williams at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And that one's good.
Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
So it's Philadelphia now. Ennis on the double team. The dish to Grant. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Now Wade. And the layup falls.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
And here's Miller to the paint. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Ennis has got 4 points now in the quarter. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Heat?
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
The Heat have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Wade gets the bucket.
And we're seeing the shots just dropping from everywhere right now.
Yeah, since halftime, Steve, they've been operating very efficiently.
And Nba2k kicks to Sessions. 76ers moving the ball around. Grant the pass to Sessions. Back to Grant. He feeds it to Sessions. Just 5 on the clock. Wade with the defensive effort.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Wow, they are just red hot, guys, not missing a thing.
Sometimes you see a player get on a tear like this, Steve, but never an entire team.
Williams gets the bucket.
Now, he's one of the best in the league when it comes to executing that lead pass.
Near the three-point line, it's Wade. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Nba2k dishes to Sims, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner, going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
The 76ers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Grant kicks to Sessions. Guys, we see teams taking a more data-driven approach. Analytics now, a big part of things. You see that in the front office. And Steve, that brings in some new faces.
Yeah, in fact, in the last 2 years, over a third of the NBA teams have hired new decision makers. Definitely been a sea change in terms of NBA leadership.
Pass to Nba2k. And Sessions kicks to Grant. And so they foul intentionally.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Carter Williams is checked in. And then for Miami, Brandon Bass is checked in for Wade. Robinson is subbed in for Ennis.
And for basketball lifers looking for roles in front offices, I think it's natural to feel threatened by the influx of more analytical minds. The feeling is, and I think it's an accurate one, that those analytical minds come from a similar educational background in terms of being comfortable with numbers and wanting to measure things more and attach value to measurements as opposed to feel and experience of playing.
The shot, and there's Miller. That's good on the assist by Hamilton. 14 points for Quincy Miller.
This game's over, guys. I think we can say that with certainty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We have officially reached garbage time.
And it's Williams throwing it down.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I'm glad they didn't try. You don't want anybody getting hurt out here. Well, I don't think the math guys are going away anytime soon in the NBA. I think the best organizations kind of take a holistic approach. They incorporate advanced stats and cap specialists, but there's also a lot of thought in terms of players who fit and experience and youth. It really is kind of one big concoction.
Sims, the pass to Grant. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Heat. Robinson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Heat.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And after trailing in this season series, tonight they avenged themselves, taking the final game of the year between these two teams, finishing at 2-2 against the 76ers.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Haslam comes in for Hamilton, and it's Ennis in for Steve Blake. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Carter Williams, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
Tries it from 9. And another basket for Miami.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
Grant with the ball. Now guarded by Ennis. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
Coming on the floor for your 76ers, Jason Richardson.
Now here's Williams. The pass to Richardson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Chris, congratulations on a decisive win here tonight. You guys were scoring very efficiently.
Well, I mean, it's not even about the points. I give credit to our defense tonight. You know, the coaches, they've really been on us about that. You know, we play defense, and when we play defense, good things happen.
Chris, thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Nate Robinson.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Yo, on and my thumb palming. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning. You should see the way the chain harness the charming. Fly 'em like a bird, like Nelly Furtado. Pop your toast and scream cheers. Get your 2-step, cause it's the record of the year. They brought you ice creams, 2 for a pair. Officially announcing this is warfare. Cause back in the day, my clouds was gray. And it seemed like my angels couldn't blow them away. But then I sold my first verse and copped that NSX. But I was still riding in them jets for now. Man, my vision so clear out the window of the Lear. And I'm talking on my celly, all the you should hear. Listen clearly now. Hello? Can you hear me now? Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
So, drop your purse and grab your hips. And act like you're trying to get this money right quick. So, can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Owning, this beat is zoning. I control their mind from straight over the phone. Let them explore the words, something like a tourist. And never get addicted, less from Louis Deals to Jimmy Choo's, he's real. She know the time, she sees the Richard Mille. Flat double skeletal, tourbillon. It's just like a body move, it turns her on. And all our car doors go up like Transformers. See, I can do it this away, I can do it that away. From the crib in Virginia to that new Miami getaway. So cool it like New Edition, let she hot as you say. I get it, okay, let it boil away. But please run along, cause ladies is feeling wrong. And I got something right for them right after this song. My name is Kate. Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
So drop your purse and grab your hips and act like you're trying to get this money right quick. So can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
On, and the temperature's warm, and I spit heat flashes, getting nauseous, bright as a. So analyze with caution when the light hit the ice. Bet 100 that you. Should I mention the fact the transition is the track? No incision to the vision just to get me where I'm at? Little skateboard, he too grown. Riding up and down Collins in that new two-tone. It's so cold, you don't want to feel the chill of it. Just stand back and just look at the grill of it. I don't, but I bet totally intensify the appeal of it. You can be jealous and grit your teeth, but all these got something in reach. So you want heat, these fun heat, while I'm on my boat party trying the sun seat. My name is Skateboard P. Ladies and gentlemen. Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
So drop your purse and grab your hips and act like you're trying to get this money right quick. So can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Ayo, Bo knows this, and Bo knows that. But Bo don't know jack, cause Bo can't rap. Well, what do you know? The D-Dog is first up to bat. No batteries included, and no strings attached. No holds barred, no time for move faking. Got to get the loot so I can bring home the bacon. Brothers front, they say the drop can't flow, but we've been known to do the impossible like Broadway Joe. So sleep if you want, like who will help you get your Z's true. But here's the real scoop. I'm all that and then some, short, dark, and handsome. To show you where I come from, I'm vexed, fuming. I've had it up to here, my days of paying dues are over. Acknowledge me is in there, yeah. Watch me wreck it from the jump street, meaning from the get-go. Sit back, relax, and let yourself go. Don't sweat what you heard, but act like you know.
Yes, yes, y'all.
Yes, y'all.
Who got the vibe? It's the tribe, y'all.
Tribe,
Real
y'all.
live, y'all.
Live, y'all.
Inside, outside, come around.
Who's that?
Brown. Some may I say, call me Charlie. Lay back on the payback, evolve, rotate the gates.
Contact.
Boom, bip with a brother named Tip, and we're ready to flip. East Coast stomping, ripping and romping. New York, North, Kakalaka, and Compton. Check it out. And wow, how now, brown cow. We're ill till the skill gets down for the flex. Next is the textbook old to the new, but the rest are doo-doo. From radio to the video to Arsenio, tell me, yo, what's the scenario?
True blue.
Scooby-Doo, whoopie-doo, scenarios, radios, rates more than 4. Scores for the scores that smother dance floors. Now I go for mine, shades of seashore. Ship shape, crush grapes, eights to play tapes. Up an Ella, an Ea, simply just a leader. Base in the space means peace, see you later. Later, alligator. Pop blows a weasel in. So yo, the D, what the O, incorporated INC into a flow. Funk, flip, flat, back, first, fist, foul, fight, laugh. Yo, how'd that sound?
It's a leader quest mission and we got the goods here. Never on the left cause my right's my good ear. I could give a about an ill subliminal. Stay away from crime so I ain't no criminal. I love my young nation, groovy sensation. No time for hibernation, only elation. Don't ever try to test the water, little kid. Yo, Mr. Busta Rhymes, tell him what I did.
Heard you. The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Man, I've been waiting for this for so long. It's the start of another NBA regular season. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Philadelphia 76ers. And looking at the 76ers, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. A lot of folks like Joel Embiid at Kansas. He's a rookie now and not just a rebounder and shot blocker. Lots of potential here, Shaq.
Yes, he shot almost 64% from inside the arc against a tough college schedule.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, and just before the game, the championship ring is distributed to the players by NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. And a proud moment indeed for this team and their fans. Doug McDermott. We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. We'll also be hearing from our friend Dorsberg from the sideline. Just a single game at home. After this one, it's back on the road for the Bulls. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team. In a season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
And looking back to last year, they won this season series, as you'd probably expect.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Carter Williams and Roten pairing up in the backcourt. Embiid is out there with Arnett Moultrie. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. Shots good from Butler. To touch again on Steve's comment, last year they were a playoff team facing a team that went home at the end of the regular season, and Clark, they took advantage.
Yeah, that to me is what makes a playoff team, Kevin. I mean, beating the teams you should beat and then not having any significant letdown.
The 76ers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. The free throw drops for Roten. And Roten drops them both. Here is Rose. Outside Butler. Uncovered. And he gets it to go. Chicago on defense. Carter Williams dishes to Moultrie. Now the pass to Green. To the paint. Here's Carter Williams. And he gets it to go.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
And here are the Bulls now. Here's Butler. Again, Chicago. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Carter Williams against Rose. Kicks it to Green. To the wing right side. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by McDermott. Bulls have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Shots good.
Back the rim and got into the phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Green passes to Carter Williams. He dishes it to Roten. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses off the right iron.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
Rose gets the bucket.
Boy, great job.
As they got the ball right away, straight to the rim.
Now here's Carter Williams. Coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Here's Roten. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, we've got a moment to look back. look at last year's Bulls. First in free throw percentage, first in opponent field goal shooting, and they were also #1 in opponents' points per game. They really do a nice job controlling the pace and getting after it defensively.
And to me, the number that you look at is the free throw percentage, first in the league, and that's why they were so aggressive in attacking the rim. They spent a lot of time every game trying to attack the paint area, get themselves those easy points at the free throw line, and they were so good at it, you know, why not?
Here's Roten after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. That's a 2 from Butler. Again, Chicago.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
The 76ers trail by 5. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. One player he doesn't want to overlook is Pau Gasol. He said Pau has that hook shot that is nearly impossible to guard, and that most of their defense on Pau will be centered around denying him the ball and forcing him to catch it away from the basket. We'll see if they can execute that plan, guys.
And thank you for that, Doris. Shots good from Butler.
I don't think they can ask much more.